It's really not funny to see the amount of Trump supporters who are coming out making viral videos about how they're betrayed by Donald Trump. Their stocks are going down, prices are going up, but they still don't regret voting for Trump over Kamala Harris. Like, Kamala Harris told all of us that if Donald Trump wins, we would enter a recession by the middle of this year. Looks like we're ahead of schedule. Her plan was to give small business owners $50,000 grants to get their dreams started. Donald Trump is crushing small businesses with extremely high inflationary tariffs thanks to trade wars he's creating with every other nation around the world. So do I feel bad for people who are posting that they thought Donald Trump was going to help their stock portfolio, help their small business from seeing higher prices? No, I don't feel bad. You get what you voted for, and honestly now, I'm just hoping that enough people wake up in time for the midterm elections.
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So all credits goes to the creators in those videos. So guys, on today's FAFO Chronicles.
Dragon, then we ran away and the dragon is still chasing us. Over the weekend, China decided that they didn't care about the fact that Trump canceled the tariffs on computers, smartphones, and toys, and decided to cancel their imports of U.S. beef. And these are targeted red state attacks on our agriculture industries that are very strategically done. It's over $2.5 billion of beef exports. And despite the fact that Republicans have stated over and over again over the course of the past week that China needs us more than we need them, they went ahead and replaced us with Australian beef. Now, which state has the most number of beef exports in our country, you might be asking? The answer would be Nebraska, which, if you recall, said a couple weeks ago that they have a $4 million budget shortfall. The cancellation of beef comes immediately after China already canceled soybean imports from the United States, which directly impacts the state of Indiana. Indiana exports approximately $2.6 billion worth of soybeans, and 60% of them go to China. China replaced us with Brazil. But everything, according to Republicans, is part of a plan. It's the art of the deal. Trump is a businessman and he's standing on business. The problem is that everyone from Republican politicians to Carolyn Levitt to some dude in his garage in Topeka, Kansas, has no clue what the plan is. 3 weeks ago, according to Republicans, the plan was to encourage more domestic manufacturing in the United States. 2 weeks ago, it was to lower interest rates and to end federal income tax. A week ago, it was to end our reliance on Chinese imports. What will the plan be this week? I'm sure we'll find out. And as a reminder, Donald Trump addressed the entire nation on March 6th and said this, and to our farmers, starting on April 2nd, it may be a little bit of an adjustment period. Just bear with me. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. It's all going to happen. He told us all that this would happen, but you didn't believe him. And that's why we're in the position we're in right now. Our trade partners are cutting us off, the US dollar is collapsing, and we have still yet to hear a single infrastructure plan from Donald Trump. And instead of creating an infrastructure plan to rescue our agriculture industries, he has spent 21 of his first 84 days golfing. That's 25% of his time, at a cost of approximately $30 million to taxpayers. He is golfing 5 times more currently than he did in his first term. And if he keeps this up, he will have cost American taxpayers $520 million by the end of his presidency. And just in case you were wondering about that math, that is more than half of the $1 billion in USDA federal grants that he canceled.
How smart MAGA is, right? So during the election, everyone was saying if President Trump becomes president, he's going to crash the economy. Now, within 2 months, he did it. And what does MAGA say? Oh, you want the economy to crash. No, that's why we said, little boy, before the election, that if you put this man in charge, it's going to happen. And then they'll be like, well, no, this is the plan all along. This is exactly what he meant. Even though he said on the first day prices would go down and there'd be no Ukraine war. That was just a bluff, just to get you to vote for him. And then his real plan starts now. And that plan is to crash the stock market, free some ballerina from Russia for Dana White, make sure that Tesla gets all the contracts, cuts half the staff of the government for no reason at all. That was the plan all along. The eggs, the stuff, he's coming back. I love how every single one of you sound like Jim Cramer now when you have no idea how to even spell economy. This is exactly what we told you would happen, and it's happening because of you. Blame shift it to Biden all you want, but it's your fault.
MAGA no like tariffs. Tariffs make price go up. MAGA no like trade war. Biggest trade war with China. MAGA no like. Why? China buy no more beef from red states. Red states have too much beef. Oversupply of beef. Must sell lower price. MAGA no like. They pretend they're okay with it because they'll put up with anything that Mr. Dump does. But they no like. China no buy chicken, poultry. Simple economics, supply and demand. Now we will have lots of beef and lots of poultry. That means price go down. Good for us, bad for farmers. MAGA no like tariffs. MAGA no like trade war. MAGA no like how China fighting back with US. Did you know that like 90% of what everybody buys for Christmas toys, games from around the world, do you know where they mostly come from? Where they're mainly manufactured? China. MAGA no like that. This Christmas, toys, very expensive. In preparation, companies slow down production. Shelves will be empty. No Christmas for MAGA. And whatever does get shipped here from China, the tariff, that's just a fancy name for a tax. MAGA no like tax. MAGA no have money, MAGA poor. Prices going up. MAGA quiet lately, MAGA regret. But MAGA won't admit. MAGA just quiet. Marches across the country? Good. MAGA no like protest marches. MAGA likes to attack Capitol. MAGA likes insurrection, but they call it a gathering, a peaceful one. MAGA no like protests going on in all the cities. MAGA no like hands off. MAGA learning the hard way. Trump learning the hard way. Overseeing.
Okay, guys, so you have to agree with me that that is one of the funniest videos that you have seen, because MAGA no like this, MAGA no like that, MAGA no like this, and then MAGA still voted for who MAGA voted for, right? I mean, we need to question MAGA and ask and sit them down and try and understand, MAGA, what exactly do you like? Because we really don't get it, okay?
My favorite new porn is watching Trump supporters complain and cry all over social media about how they're losing everything. We're losing everything. We didn't vote for this. Yes, you most certainly fucking did. Yes, you most certainly did. Because you didn't vote for a woman who actually had a plan for the economy. No, you voted for a man who bankrupted 2 casinos. Not 1, 2 casinos. And in the casino world, the house always wins. Except when that house has the name Trump on it. And not only did you vote once or twice, but 3 times. You voted for the man 3 times. So that means 3 strikes and you're out.
The farmers for Trump to come to the front of the class, because I hear you're asking the rest of us for money because Donald Trump's tariffs are going to financially ruin you. And what's so funny about that is, didn't Donald Trump and his tariffs bring you to the brink last time? Because he got you into a trade war with China. And now China is basically cutting off corn, soy, all agricultural products, and they're looking to other places like Canada, Brazil, anywhere else they can get agricultural products, and U.S. farmers are the ones left holding the bag. There's a soybean farmer that's been making the rounds here, and he's saying, I voted for Donald Trump 3 times, and I was glad to, and I like his policies, but these tariffs are hurting us, and I need you to stop this, Mr. President. And they're asking us for another bailout, the taxpayers. Another bailout because they decided to vote for Donald Trump for a 3rd time. That's a fuck around and find out, my friends. And I'm not here to help financially support these people. They want to bitch and moan, all these people on the right, about people being on welfare and people needing handouts. And well, farmers, wear those bootstraps that you guys like to talk about all the time. Why don't you find them and pull yourselves up from them? Because we are tired of bailing you out. I understand that if you don't get bailed out and these tariffs ruin you guys, it's going to have a huge impact on the rest of us. But I knew that before the election. I knew that when I was stumping for Kamala Harris and telling people not to vote for Donald Trump. So you're fuck around and find out. I hope it's a little more personal because you guys decided to continue to vote against your own interest and cut off your nose to spite your face. It's time you sit.
Now, the issue is that all these people that are saying that they regret their votes, they are this, they are that, they are this. Now, midterms are gonna come upon us pretty soon before you know it. And it's an opportunity to redeem themselves, right? So the question is that are they really going to redeem themselves, or they are just coming out to say they regret their vote because of the policies that are affecting them directly? Because those people, it doesn't look as if they are going to change. I mean, it's just so clear and so plain. Even some of the videos you watch and see them crying and say they regret their vote, you can see it's written all over them that the only reason you are regretting your vote is because this thing is affecting you directly. Guys, what do you think in the comment section? Come midterms, do you think the story is going to change, or do you think it's gonna be the same? And before midterms, what do you think is gonna happen? Because things are not looking good for so many people. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please, if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Ciao.